Sup shooters, my name is Logan aka Spiderhands and welcome to SP Reviews, where today we're going to be checking out a track from an artist named Kristina Murrell titled Got Me Dreaming. And we're going to switch over to here where we have it on Spotify. We're going to listen to this track from start to finish and we are going to hear what we think. Oh. Okay. Damn man, what an introduction. No intro chord, just straight in, first 4 seconds and boom. Is this the hook or the verse? Let's continue listening. The production's pretty punchy. I think this is the hook, yeah. It is the hook. Alright, this is a fairly well structured hook. Before we go on to the next part, let's just talk about that hook, because it's reasonably well done. Everything sounds pretty well stacked in terms of the different volumes and individual elements. We've obviously got, what we got? We've got some keys, we've got some drums, we've also got vocals, we've got some bass. And there's that's a bass, maybe another bass synth or like another, there's a little bit of a pattern there as well. And we're repeating that that sort of hook line twice for the chorus, or like a variation, basically the same sort of melodic delivery, same sort of rhythmic passage, and splitting it in two each time. It's good. That repetition is really important. Yep, repeating that got me dreaming. Yep. Oh really? Completely different. Removing that that percussion. Oh, it's coming back in. She's got a really beautiful voice. I really love the timbre, the texture to it. She's obviously been sort of working as a vocalist for a while. Just the confidence that's exuding from her right now, and her ability to emote through both her lyrics and her delivery is really spot on. I'm glad that we didn't have that percussion for the first bit of the verse. It allowed to have some space between there was a lot going on in that hook, despite the fact there weren't that many different instruments because of how it was produced. But really, I'm loving the story being told at the moment in the lyrics. Clearly outlining what's going on. And hook. A-B-A-B, cool. Or B-A-B-A. That repeat is nice, that delay. I'm loving how sparing that piano is. I'm loving how much air and how much width there is in this song. Like, there's a clear understanding, for instance, of needing to separate the vocals from that piano. Because in the previous review I did, another track, they had both going, like they had piano and the vocals, and they did EQ it well, but it's just way less complicated if you can separate the two, because often the vocals and the piano will be within that same frequency range. So it's really good. Cool. So this is the dream, you know? So obviously she's into someone else, and she's kind of imagining what life would be like with them, just the two of them, and sort of describing the interactions leading up to that in real life as well. Good. Yep. Nice made just for us. Starlight, shine bright like diamonds, so flawless. Driving by horizons, feel like islands in the tropics. I've been on a high end, think I'm flying, better stop it, babe. Damn, man, this person's really having an effect on her, eh? Judging by this, again, because she is communicating so clearly, the lyrics are so eloquently and sort of easy to sort of comprehend. You know, there's no sort of weird wordplay going on that would sort of detract from the main theme. It's easy to vibe with.
And because, you know, she sounds like she sounds like she's actually living this moment at the moment that she is sort of dreaming about that guy. It's very, very believable. Getting rid of that bass, and that part is a nice way to go into it. You say I need it like I don't. That is an interesting line. There's sort of a miscommunication or like a misunderstanding between the two, or maybe like just underestimating the passion that they have for each other. Oh, cool. Oh, a little bit of change with that stereo panning on that plot. That art. Ooh. We're changing up the groove of the percussion in this part. Oh, we are! Wow, this is an interesting choice by them. I'm wondering why this was instantiated in this third chorus for the song. Like, we had like a kick, snare, and is this meant to represent an increase in the energy within the relationship that things are building up? I'm not sure. I'm loving these overdubs in this last outro. Again, there's so much air to it, there's so much atmos being presented by this. Really well done. If it was anything, it's just I'm not quite sure what was happening with those drums. They weren't bad, it's good to have context for it, you know, to understand why there was that change in groove. But if it was for the sake of simply sounding kind of cool or sort of changing things up for that final, I understand that. You know, I understand that, that's fine. Again, not a criticism, it's just, when I review a track, I want to sort of understand why things are done for the purpose of it. Not just on a lyrical front, but also from an actual instrumental performance front, you know? Because otherwise, aside from that, which again is not a bad thing about the change in the way the percussion, the drums roll, it's just, aside from that, it was fairly stylistically sort of cohesive throughout. It was fantastic. Really good track. So yeah, I've already established that I was really digging the vocals in the song. You know, Kristina Murrell is obviously a really talented vocalist, and she can tell a story pretty well as well. Like, again, the way the music is written, it kind of envelops you and puts you into that world and kind of gets you sort of like mesmerized by it. Great work there, you know. In this age of music production where people can... it's very rare for there to be an actual major issue in terms of the studio production, mixing and mastering. I wasn't able to really find fault with that. In terms of like how each of the instruments were mixed and EQ'd. I think the 808 was handled really well. One of the cleanest 808s I've found. Often the 808s can just be a little bit too prominent, especially if you've got that resonance in like that 50, 100 hertz area. And it just comes out sometimes, you know, but again, obviously, whether it was Kristina or someone sort of helping her out, because, you know, either's fine. Sort of the song does speak of hope for the future, but also of sort of raw attraction and intimacy and connection, or at least wanting one. And it's kind of very it does sound very dreamy because of like the reverb and the other sort of aux effects on there. You know, it's well thought out. And if this is kind of the general vibe or kind of oral aesthetic she's going for, then that's sweet. That's really good. I think this will carry her well, and I wish her the best of luck in future. Yeah, hopefully I haven't misinterpreted what the song is about. But thank you very much for watching this review of Kristina Murrell's Got Me Dreaming. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Please do check out Kristina Murrell's various social medias and Spotify, as I think she's also got another track called Passion and Pain, which I'm sure is pretty decent as well. And stay cool, stay safe. Please also remember to support your local musicians. At this point in time is need the help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world. And I will catch you in the next review. Spider hands out.